It is said that the most important thing you can wear is confidence. It took me many years, but I think I finally truly understand what that really means. I have a very supportive group of friends who have been trying for a long time to get me on what not to wear. They're really very good. They forcibly remove from me items that they deem to be mom sweatpants or nun shoes. They make it clear that my baggy khaki trench coat is not cute, but calls to mind a pedophile Inspector Gadget. And if I do buy something new, I'll hear, "Oh, good job, I'm proud of you." Going to the University of Pennsylvania was like being a poorly dressed goldfish in a bowl of Tim Gunn sharks. These people went to thrift stores not because the clothes were affordable, but to be hip. I felt this same familiar sense of inferiority years later while nannying in New York City, when I had to face the fact that the children in their fur headpieces and monogrammed shirts were better dressed than me. But by this time, I had learned how to pass myself off as a pen girl when necessary. So as I anxiously navigated the Upper East Side apartments, I made sure not to wear sweaters with holes and not to say yo too much. One day, while nannying, I was wearing a borderline acceptable item, these track pants that were about 5 years old and pretty thin with wear. And my job before this was working with teenagers in Washington Heights, which is a Dominican neighborhood. And one of the girls there once said to me, "Martha, are you sure you're white? Because you got a big butt." I took it as a compliment. So on this day, while said rear end is occupying the old track pants, I'm holding the baby and I bend over to pick up something from the floor when I hear a loud rip. My pants have split all the way up the back. There I am in the $1 million apartment. My pants are flapping completely open and the fresh breeze is wafting in. I go through the options in my head. I find a stapler in the home office. I staple up the 10-inch tear. I try to test it out. Every time I bend over, sit, kneel, stand, or breathe, I can feel the tear ripping further, and I can feel the sharp point of staples jamming into my rear end. And as I'm walking around the apartment, the staples are falling out on the floor, leaving a trail like a ghetto Hansel and Gretel. And I'm trying to pick up every staple frantically, making sure there is no trace of anything. And I'm checking behind picture frames for a nanny cam, thinking, if I find one, I can figure out a way to get rid of the tape. Finally, the mom comes home, and I am so paranoid. I cannot let her see that I literally do not have myself together. So we're standing there in the kitchen, and I pull my shirt down to cover me, and I keep moving casually so she can't see the back of me. She moves this way, I go that way. She goes that way, I go this way. And then she goes, "Oh, what's that? A staple on the floor. How did that get there?" I just stand there. And I choke out. And as I waddle backwards for the door, praying the staples do not fall to the floor in front of her, all I can think is, she knows. The jig is up. I'm not a pen girl who belongs in this apartment. I'm a broke girl from Philly whose pants are held together with staples. And as I walk for the subway, uncomfortably, I reflect on what's happened and think about who I really am and what this means, what my clothes say about me. And I make some resolutions. After the staple incident, things changed. I've changed. I no longer worry about being judged for being the kind of woman whose clothes are held together with office supplies. They say the most important thing you can wear is confidence, and I'm wearing it all the time. Because now, everywhere I go, I carry with me an extra pair of pants. Thank you.